Well, it's coming along very nicely. It's DCC ready now, with everything all on. The body shell's finished. I did have a go at doing the orange, canter line, but fortunately that didn't really go well, so I think I'll miss that out. I'll just give the roof a bit of a weathering when finished. But now we have Illuminated Models lighting kit. Got all the bits in there for it. I've cut down the windows, ready, cut the lugs off at the bottom of the chassis on either end, and we have the instructions. So we'll fit the lights and get them up and running. Let's begin. We've got the little fibre optics there to put into the chassis, and got a 2mm bit, and what we've got to do is just open these holes out, just widen up, just to put these through, and then once they're all drilled, we'll paint it all the inside black, and then hopefully that'll stop all the light bleed, and then we can fit them and get them sorted. Use one of these instead of the drill, because at least with this you can control it a bit better. With a drill that might overheat it and melt it, which is something we don't want. Right, blowing the rubbish out. So that's the holes drilled out on both sides. I did the other one earlier. So we'll paint all that in black, make sure that's all sealed, and then we'll move on to the next step. Right, so that is painted all around the edge at the bottom while I was doing it, but holes are drilled and painted, all sealed, both ends. So we'll wait for that to dry, and then we'll carry on. Right, I've drilled the holes and painted them all, but also I noticed the small marker light on the side I hadn't done, so I've drilled that out on this side and on the other side on the same. So what we'll do is, I've all painted black, all sorted out, so I'm going to fix the horns to both sides, do the window wipers. This side, as you can see, I've already got, there isn't any clear things to go in this, so what I'm using is glue and glaze to create the glass bit in the light, and I've already got the horns and window wipers attached this side, so we'll do this side, and then hopefully the next stop would be fitting the light board. So I'll just get some glue and glaze. So that'll create the lens, and then we have these that came with the kit, and I'll cut these down and they will fit in there, cut down. But once this is all dry, we'll put these in. But what we'll do is we'll attach the lighting boards inside ready so they're in the right position, and then we can fit the lenses. Right, now that's all done, so what we'll do is we'll get the light board, and we need it so we get that in line, put that inside, and you can see where the LED lights are. Now it does say to power it up to get them in line, but if I get a clamp onto there and just make sure it's level and just ease it up one side, so it's quite level in there. And then if I look into there, you can see where the lights are, and they're near enough in line. You may need a slight adjustment down. Also, what I've done is I actually filed the ends down slightly because it didn't get close enough. So that's super glue there. So I'll let that dry, and then I'll do the other side, and then we'll put the other lights in on that side, and then we'll put the lenses in afterwards. So we'll let that set, and I'll finish off, and then do the lenses. Right, I'm going to take these clamps off now they're all dry, been left overnight, and hopefully they'd have not moved. Yeah, if we're looking at there, we can still see the light sections in through the holes. So what I've done is, a lot of these clear bits were put in with the kit, so with me near enough had it saw, I've managed to trim loads of little bits up. I'll just zoom you in so you can see. Yeah, loads of little bits in there, and what I've done is hopefully they'll be the right size and we can drop them in and see if they fit, if I don't drop them on the floor first. There we are. They will stick out slightly, but once we'll get them all in on one side, and if they look okay, we will put a bit of glue and glaze in with it, and that will hold them in place. Oh well, that one's just landed on the floor, never to be seen again. Another one in. I have done these different sizes as I weren't 100% certain what would be the best. So I think that one is a bit too big, so I'll pull that one out. There we are. So I can just about see that. The lenses are in, so they are perfect size. So what we'll do is we'll put a bit of glue and glaze around them and then drop them in, and then once they're set we'll do the other side. Right, I've got a bit of glue and glaze put on my little bit of plastic card, so I'll get the first light. There we are. So, oh, well, nearly knock it over. So we've got the little marker light on the side, which has got glue and glaze in to make the lens, and then we've got 4 lenses in with a bit of glue glaze in it that will dry clear, and that's the lights all fitted. I'll do the next set off camera, and the next thing would be is cross fingers, wire it up and get them working. Right, I've attached the white, blue and yellow to the board for the lights, and I've tinned them, and I've also, on the board on the loco that I've fitted, I've tinned the 3 that we need. So what we'll do is we will attach these to the board and then put a decoder on it, and we will see it's running. So we have the instructions here, lets us know which colour goes to which section. So we want the blue to the function plus. So the function plus is there. I'll let that put some heat on there and melt that solder. I would do if I wouldn't keep hitting that. Let's try that again. This is where 3 hands could be very helpful. Right, that's the first one added. So we need white one for the forward lights, and that is the one beneath it. There we go, that's that one on. And then the last one for rear lights is the yellow. Alright, and that is it. I'll just zoom you in. So we got yellow, blue, white there, and then onto there they go onto the corresponding. So that is technically all wired up. So we'll see what happens and if they work. Well, I've put it all together just roughly, just to see how it runs with the lights. So if I go headlights on, as you can see, lights are all there nicely, and change direction, goes to the red lights. And then we'll do the other side, red lights, front lights. So that is all the wires and everything. We've got a decoder with a stay alive, so it'll all be tucked up inside the body, and we'll have her running round and see what she looks like. There she is, all back together. Rebuilt LIMA Class 60, repainted into GBRF 60026. It's not perfect, but for a project, it's how I've done it. So I hope this helps anyone. But it looks pretty good. So I'll put the headlights on, and then there we are. Well, she still has that LIMA squill, and that is with a new motor and all the gears all greased up, and it still makes it. But for what it is, cheap rebuild, it saves having to spend a fortune on another. But I think she looks really good. We'll bring the Hornby one up to her. And this one I've had repainted into DC rail. But if I bring it up to the front, looking at the lights, yeah, it's not as bright, but I think it does well for what it is. And, compared to Hornby to Lima, you can't go wrong really. But that's the two models compared. That's the Lima project finished on the 60. So there's both Lima projects. Look completely different to what they did when they first started. Both have had the chassis redone, the motors changed, all the gears cleaned up. DCC fitted with lights for the 60, but DCC ready for the 37. 37 I did cheat a bit. I had to get another shell because while repainting the original shell, something went wrong and the paint just went all over. So at the moment it's sitting in isopropyl alcohol to get the paint off and start again on that. But I think it looks pretty nice with the body that's on it now. I've got the coupling that has been replaced to a normal one. The weathering don't look too bad. Then you got the 60 with the small coupling on it as well. So it gives it a bit closer with the ploughs. But yeah, I think they're really good. Another project done and out the way. Next time for the next one. All the best to you all. Hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe if you like the videos. Take care.